So today I have my Alembic Mark King bass with me. This is something I just got about 2 months ago, and I'm really digging it. Aesthetic wise, it's really beautiful. It has this mega shape to it that's from Alembic that is right here in the USA, built right here in the USA. So I want to do this one a little bit different from some of my other reviews. I want to talk about the electronics first because I know some of y'all, that's probably what you care about the most, is how this thing sounds. And to me, it sounds fabulous. Right now, I have the EQ set to flat, and I'm going to go into the details of the EQ. Okay, so now the EQ, let's talk about the EQ. You have, or electronics. Let's talk about electronics. We have the master volume. We have the pickup blend. We have these filter knobs for each pickup. So this one here is for the back pickup. This one here is for the front pickup. Very simple layout. And then you have these switches, which are called the Q switches, which basically the Q is where you could boost a certain frequency, because these filter switches are basically a range of frequencies, right? So it starts from the lowest frequency, and then you start to creep it up, and it goes, keeps going up that frequency band to the mids, and all the way up to the highs. You can hear the difference, right? So if I go all the way back, that's the lows. And I'm just on this pickup here. So let me just do it for both pickups. So now this is just the lows, right? So I'm dialed all the way back to the lowest frequencies. And I don't really know the actual values of the frequencies. So if you want that information, you're gonna have to reach out to Alembic. So right now it's at the lowest frequencies for both pickups. And now if I go like flat, this is where I would imagine that's the mid range. And if I go all the way up, that's the highest, which you could hear that immediately. So now if I boost the Qs, right? If I boost the Qs, Q switches, let's see how that sounds. So now it's kind of like a low pass filter, right? And I'm gonna put it about flat, both pickups. That's how we sound it. And then I'm going all the way up. Really interesting sound. Really interesting sound. So what I could do next is show you the cool thing with this filter sweep. I could sweep through this. You could literally hear me sweeping through the frequencies, and it gives that kind of wah effect. Really cool if you want to get creative on the stage and do like, and it kind of changes by how you attack the note. So if I'm doing it strong, I get a cool wah sound, and this is just for the bridge pickup. Now if I use my pan and I go over to my neck, the same thing. See, as I change my attack, I get more of the wah. It's a really, really nifty type of electronics on this Mark King standard bass. So I think it's a really cool setup, and it takes a little bit of time to get acclimated to get some cool tones. I try to just start with everything at flat, where the frequencies are basically in the middle, and then also I like to have both pickups on. And then, take out the Qs. I got a very workable tone. Now, the other thing I'll do is kind of show you how to get some of your conventional tones out of this very advanced modern bass. So if you want to kind of get some of that P bass vibe going, I would suggest that you dial to the front pickup. And you could kind of get that kind of, P bass tone. And I could kind of get gritty with it. What I did is just I roll it back to the lower frequency. Really cool stuff, really workable tones. Like I demonstrated earlier, the slap tone, all I did was just have everything pretty much, right in the middle. Let me take down the master volume. Very, very workable tones. Now I want to talk a little bit about the wood. So we have a beautiful Cocobolo top. It is absolutely gorgeous. The figure in the wood is gorgeous. Alembic selects the best woods. I swear, like the grain on the woods are really nice. Of course, we have this kind of like, sandwich deal going here where we have the Cocobolo on the outer wood, this maple veneer, and then mahogany for the body wings. So right in the center, of course, is a neck through base. So it's the neck billet with the maple going through the neck. But on the wings, that's where we have the combination of Cocobolo, maple veneer, and mahogany. The neck is really cool. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a lot of pieces, so I'm not going to even go through that. It's a maple neck, of course, you could see, but it has veneers in it. Of course, the back has the matching bodywood, Cocobolo, as well as the top of the front of the headstock. Now let's talk about the hardware. So we have a brass bridge that's really adjustable. It's like fully adjustable. I need to learn it. And then you have this brass nut that is adjustable as well. So you could adjust your action all kinds of different ways. And of course, you have your gold-plated tuning pegs. There's an ebony fretboard with I believe it's 24 frets. And of course, like I told you earlier, there's LEDs on the fret markers. And of course, there's the Alembic humbuckers. I believe it's humbuckers. And of course, the Alembic stock electronics. The bass is about, I would say maybe 11 pounds. If I had to guess, it's kind of on the heavy end because Cocobolo is a heavy type of wood as well as the mahogany. So it's a bit heavy, but the tone does not compromise. The tone is killer. If you unplug the bass, you get the same type of killer tone that you're hearing through the amp. Probably even better. But of course, we're electric bass players, so we need to plug into the system. So the thing with Alembic is that they put a lot of attention, or they put priority on their electronics. And then it's everything else, like the wood combinations and everything. But this bass is really cool. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I will definitely be reviewing some other basses in my collection pretty soon.